Check. Alright, after unbelievable amounts of YouTube technical difficulties, we're finally live once again. Of course, we all know that YouTube is incapable of doing anything other than fucking people over, so let's don't act shocked. Let's just play some Zillion. Get him, JJ. Set that light phaser up. Sega did it better. Episode 5. Already went through this spiel once, but thanks to YouTube's glaringly fucked up errors, I'm gonna have to go over it again. I'm not saying Zillion's better than Metroid. That would be lunacy. I'm just saying that the first 2 games of both respective franchises, Sega's got it on them. I mean, this has got better graphics. The whole point of this series is just to show how polished Sega was. And, you know, all the love that it doesn't get. We're joined by the Woodbury Retro Game Hunter, Lucky Collector, and cool-ass Robert Payne. Thank you guys for continuing to watch my channel despite all the technical difficulties we are continually having the last few times we've tried to go live. None of these softwares want to talk to each other, and you can always root all the problems back to YouTube. All of it. And they say it's not them, it's always them. But let's try to have fun with what we have left of our time slot here. Love Zillion, love the concept. The reason I pit it against Metroid is because these are both games in which you go to the center of a planet, mess some shit up, and then try to get out of Dodge as fast as possible. Zillion was just awesome. It's some old Tatsunoko, some old Carl Macek shit. If you like Robotech, you should hop on YouTube. Unfortunately, that's the only place you can find it now. And watch some of the Zillion anime, because it's really good, really classic stuff. Oh, I cleared the landmine. Oh, I didn't clear that landmine. You gotta jump just perfect. We are joined by Ty Lord Stevenson. Welcome, Ty Lord, to our Tuesday night live stream of Zillion on the Sega Master System. Is this better than Metroid? Most people are going to say no, and they're not wrong. Again, Metroid obviously means more. Ooh, we can't go that way yet, and there's a reason for that. Metroid obviously means more to the gaming world than this ever will. I'm just saying in its infancy, the very first Metroid, you want to put it up against this game, this is the better product. This game it almost didn't come out. At one point, it was just a tentative release. I don't think they really knew if anybody was going to be into this or not. And most people probably weren't. I remember going into Titan Comics, probably about 40 minutes from where I live now. My old watering hole where I used to buy all my old RPG books. And they had some old anime VHSs in a section, and I found a bunch of Zillion stuff there. And they weren't priced. I was like, what you got here, man? And he actually just let me have them for a couple of bucks. And I was like, man, you have no idea what you're giving me here. This is just amazing. Apparently I was the only one. So Zillion, besides just eating bread, which is good because JJ needs bread, you got to get in here and get these key words. Glasses. Now that's not really what they are, but I had names for them when I was a kid, and I still call them that, and that's how I remember what they are. Butt cheeks. Glasses. Butt cheeks. Up, we tripped an alarm. I can't see the alarm because I don't have my goggles on. Heart. God, I'm getting old. I can't remember them all. Heart and butt cheeks. And glasses. Heart, butt cheeks, glasses. Deadgum nose of warriors. So we punch that in the computer here. Rotbergs is here. Welcome, Jason. Glasses, butt cheeks, heart. And there's the elevator. Yes, Jason, I am on Xbox One. Not right now, obviously, but... JJ, you can jump anytime, dude. There's my goggles. Now I can see where they've got the radars at. Oh, can't break that one open yet because I need a Zillion gun power up. This game was responsible for my first two boyhood anime crushes. Amy the computer chick in the spaceship, and of course, Apple. Apple. Definitely not going to beat this game in one sitting. I think the last time I beat it, it took almost 4 hours to get all the way through it. And again, much like Metroid, you go through all these different zones underground on a planet and try to make some stuff happen. The basis here is we've got a floppy disk. And we're going to get all the way to the center of this thing, stick it in a mother brain computer, and a whole lot of shit's going to start getting tore back. I'm going to have to get hurt here. You. One of these will shut down the shields, though. Yeah, I'm Emceemur on all the systems, so I'm not hard to find. That's a moving walkway stop. We don't want to do that. Oh, I wasted my card. That's right, you can't do that. Terror on the high seas. Why did I do that? Okay, moving right along. Oh, JJ, come on, dude. Well, I'm not off to a great start here, but as far as showcasing this thing, at least you'll get to see some of it. If you haven't already, this is a Sega Master System must own, must play. I apologize again for the late start. It's all YouTube's fault for not talking to the different softwares. Twitch had no problem at all. Mixer had no problem at all. It's always YouTube, man. YouTube sucks. A big fat one. We could talk all night about it, too. U. Y. Glasses. Butt cheeks. I gotta go get the ID card. Glasses, butt cheeks. And we're open. But we're in bad shape. We need to report back to the ship. Let Amy give us a health boost. We are joined by Dat Game Collector. Welcome, DGC, to our Tuesday night live stream. Sega did it better, episode 5. And again, I'm not saying they necessarily did. Not saying they didn't. I think in this instance they did. Metroid ended up being the better franchise, obviously. But I would rather play this than Metroid. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's overrated either, because it's not. Metroid had very cool music. Didn't have as good a graphics as this, though. Hook it up, girl. See you later. Good luck. It was rare to see anime-looking chick artwork in these old 8-bit games. I just thought this game was just... I'm not going to say this is necessarily ahead of its time, as far as what kind of game it was, but for the look and the graphics, the animation, I mean, this is cool, man. And God knows I don't take off points for graphics on Metroid. I'm just saying in this particular matchup, this is prettier to look at. That's all. Does that make it a better game? Not just by itself. No. Not all of these are going to be easy for me to call right down the middle. Okay, so we got a Y, a shovel, a box, Y, shovel, box, scissors. Y, shovel, box, scissors. I know that's not what those things are. Again, when I was a kid, I had to have names for those things. Well, this is a pickle. We have got to turn off that dadgum thing. Let's get a refresher on that. Because once you use the computer, you've used your ID card. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. I believe it's this one. And just like that, we're in. M. Glasses. Y. Well, we don't have another card. That's going to be a problem. You know, honestly, without the card, without the other card, I don't know what we're going to do. I guess that's just never come up before, because I never disarm anything. There we go. Scissors. Y. Butt cheeks. Scissors Y, butt cheeks U. Scissors Y, butt cheeks U. Sound like a madman. Scissors Y, butt cheeks U. God, we're not going to make it. We got to keep that ID card because we're down one. We are joined by CM Retro Gaming. Welcome, CM. This was supposed to stream to our countdown via the YouTube Stream Now option, but that's just completely aggravated my restream setup. And it's because YouTube's whole setup in general is a bunch of Mickey Mouse cock-a-doodie BS. Take some pride in your work. Get a website that functions. I mean, how much money are these fools making for their shit to suck? I suck. Nobody's paying me. I always tried to make it into the ship on one jump. Do it, girl. Everything is all set to go. Thanks, Ames. God, who resets those mines every time? What a pain in the tuchus. Hit them all! Let's just fucking go for all of them. Oh, and I hit it again. Good times. I'm worse off now than I was when I got here before. Card. 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 Oh, we got some Brizned. You turd. Well, we're going to die. Just thought everybody would want to know that. Oh, some bread. God, we're not supposed to be here yet. Alright, let's turn that barrier off. Now, it won't do us any good because we can't get out of this room because there won't be a full code if we can't break into those canisters. Gotta have the next Zillion power up. And I'm dead. DGC, thanks for stopping by, buddy. You're just in time for JJ's funeral. Oh, she sniffles. Oh no, how can I go on now that you're gone? There was a little sexual tension between JJ and Amy, but toward the end of the series it was him and Apple. Not really sure who hooked up with who there. And the vicious Baron Rix. Well, by all means, let's continue. See you later, good luck! Alright, that's so much more convenient. God, I suck. I got this game on eBay for the second time in my life in my 20s, my early 20s. Got it, played it till my fingers bled. Did we finish off this side? Beat it in 4 hours. I was drunk as a poet on payday. Here I am, sober, older, and wiser, and can't do a dadgum thing. Nope. Alright, so that canister there, you definitely have to have some heavy-duty shit to get into. Stop the laser barrier. I gotta get these codes again. Shovel. Y scissors thing. Tylord asks, is there sequels to this? Yeah, they did Zillion 2, the Tri-Formation, which was a completely different kind of game. Again, taking a page from Robotech, or more like maybe Robotech took a page from them. You're riding around on Cyclone motorcycles that transform into a robot form. So it actually becomes part shmup and part platformer. Truly unique. I need my Zillion upgrade. Where is it? Why am I not getting it? Alright, it's clear that I am just useless on Zillion tonight. I couldn't beat this if I wanted to. So while we have some time, Tylord asked a good question there. Why don't we look at the sequels? Or sequel, there was never a third. Again, we know that Metroid means more overall because of all that it's done. It's still doing things. We're still buying Metroid games. Zillion 2, the Tri-Formation. Sweet. Check this out. We are joined by John, the Gen X grown-up. You're not late, John. Couldn't get the stream started. Well, I'm back up. It started fine on Twitch and Mixer. But I guess you and I need to get together and figure out what this thing wants from me and why it's not working on our countdowns. I'd like to give you all a heads up that this is coming, although there's not much point because most of you know that Tuesday night is a given with me. But for some reason it just would not stream to YouTube. YouTube was just refusing it. Dadgummit. So yeah, as you can see, completely different kind of game here. Still the same character, still the same enemy. It's important to note that Opa Opa, the original... Oh, God. Andy, come on. The original Sega mascot came from this game. And from this anime. And obviously that is a Sega light phaser JJ's got in his hand, the Zillion gun. But yeah, hop on YouTube and check out the some of the first episodes of the anime. You'll be glad you did. Especially if you were into Robotech as a kid. Powered up my gun. Some life power. God, those jumps are so critical. If you miss a power-up, you are going to really suffer for it. There are no power-ups that you don't want to make sure you get. So now we can transform into robot mode. We got a power armor. And we're having what we want done. Pardon me, I must be allergic to shitty streams. So now, you know, it goes back and forth between modes where you're shooting them up in the frickin' motorcycle, or where you're platforming in this mode. And much like the first Zillion, you've got to rescue Champ and Apple. You know, they're the veterans of the squad, and they're always giving JJ hell, but they're the ones that are getting captured, and he's saving their butts. So once you get Champ and Apple, they're playable characters. But, again, much like the original Zillion, they've got their respective power meters. They have the life meter that they have, and then when they're gone, they're gone. There's Apple. She looks like a crumpled up pile of crap on the floor. That's supposed to be her just kind of, I guess, down on her knees, but okay. We got Apple. Fancy shooting there, Tex. You turd. Eat it. Now, I beat the first Zillion many times. I never did beat this game. It gets so hard a cat can't scratch it. And it's these parts. Little trick there, you can make your bike stop dead in its tracks if you hit something. Arrgh. Oh, I needed that life. Sucks to suck. That'll give you a panic attack, won't it? Oh, JJ, you're killing me. Come on, how many of those are there going to be? Yeah, the jump button is not the D-pad. But you get kind of crazy in your jumps there, trying to keep them from falling into things. Dadgummit. Oh, sure, transform now. I don't even remember what it is that makes him transform. I mean, God, the level's over. What the hell was the point of that? The little red Z's are power-ups to the Zillion weapon, so if you notice after like the third one, it turns to a big white fireball instead of these little pea pellets he's shooting out. Oh, you turd. Get away from Apple. I can't remember for the life of me how to change characters, and I bet it's the pause button that's not on the Genesis. Yeah, that's good. You gotta hit the pause button. Well, we're on the EverDrive on my Genesis, so should have played the hard copy of this one with that in mind. It's all you, JJ. Which I do have the hard copy. It's just easier to switch back and forth between everything midstream with an EverDrive or emulation. I mean, Sega almost just gets a thumbs down on the whole thing, though, don't they? For not having a pause button on the controller. You could almost say by default they automatically lose my entire competition because they didn't include a pause button. And I'd give you that. Some elite Noza warriors. God, I remember playing this as a kid with my cousin. And it seems like the second level should have been the last level. Because when you got past this, the next two didn't seem like they were that bad. But we would play this one just over and over and over and over. And you just couldn't get through it. It was ridiculously long. And it's funny because the power-ups they don't seem to help you that much. They're a little bit wider than your actual shot that you start with, but everybody dies in one hit anyway, except those big mech units, so what the hell good is it? Yeah, pretty good graphics on this, man. Again, sometimes it was hard to even keep in mind that these were 8-bit games. Sega Master System stuff looked so good. And no passwords, no saves, which is really just excruciating on the first Zillion. I mean, you gotta beat the whole thing in one sitting. And unfortunately, the time in my life where I would have been able to do that, or have time to do that, is gone. He's supposed to transform into the dadgum robot, and I can't get him to do it. There we go. Anybody into Robotech that knows anything about the Invid invasion will remember the Cyclone motorcycles that they rode, which is shockingly similar to this contraption that JJ is commandeering. Is it just me, or did it seem like there was a lot less of those that time? Maybe because I was in this thing? See, once you're the robot, you're the size of the whole screen. So it's like you're playing Arkanoid with all these freaking bullets. But with the extra long bar power-up. I mean, you can't miss these things. Again, this is insane for a second level. I'm only doing half as good as I'm doing because I've played this shit before. Anybody that was just trying this for the first time wouldn't know whether to shit or go blind. Jeez, frickin' Louise. Well, this has just been one hell of a night. We started with technical issues, and I still got to show you both Zillion, so I hope you enjoyed taking a look at them, and I hope that next time will not be such a botched attempt, and that maybe someday YouTube will get their shit straight, because I'm not putting that on me. We had everything set up just like it was last time. It chooses when it wants to work, and who it wants to work for. So, stick it in your fucking ear, YouTube. Anyway, thank you everybody that did hang in there and show up to watch this delightful little playthrough. And of course, next time you'll see me play some Metroid. You don't need to see me play Metroid. You've seen a million people do that. But gotta give it its day in court. I'll be pretty alone, I think, on thinking that Zillion itself was better than the first Metroid. But I also send the wrong signal because I tell you that maybe I didn't like Metroid that much, and that's not true. I love Metroid. I think Super Metroid is one of the greatest games in the history of frickin' gaming, right on up there with Link to the Past and other ones that people just hold so frickin' sacred. I mean, I bought the Metroid 3DS XL when it came out, so that should tell you what I think of it. But I got a special place in my heart for Zillion because it was something that just didn't get a lot of love, and many people don't even know exists. So people need to check it out. And that's all I have to say about that. Other than the obvious, what did you think about these games? Have you ever played these games? Do you know anybody that has these games? Did you ever buy these games? Did you go to a retail location to buy these games? When you got home, did you play the games? Did your parents tell you you could play the games? Were they glad that you got the games and you decided you to play the games? Did any of your friends have the games? Did you like it when your friends got to the games? Did your friend call you and let you know that he got the game? Did your friend call you and invite you over to his house when you decided that he was going to let you play the game? Did you go to your friend's house to have dinner before you decided to play the game? Did your friend tell you you were going to have dinner before you decided to play the game? Did your friend's parents say you could come over and have dinner with them before you decided to play the game? Did your friend tell you what you were going to have for dinner when you got over there before you decided to play the game? Did you enjoy the dinner that you had with your friend before you decided to play the game with your friend? The answer to all these things and more can appear right down in the comment section. If you join later on, tell me all about it because you know Emceemur loves to get a conversation going with you. And if you haven't already, I urge you to like and subscribe to this channel if you like watching people review very old games, play games day one, show you your findings and scavengings, and unbox freaking collector's editions and unbelievable amounts of stuff brought to you exclusively right here on the Emceemur Show. Not that you can't get that stuff otherwhere else, but where else could you see someone named Emceemur do it? I like to think I'm offering you a little bit of exclusivity there and that there is some inherent value there. It's gonna do it for another week. I need to go get an oxygen mask. Thank you guys for dropping in, and I will see each and every one of you again next